Hey guys, we are back here for another video. Y'all know I can't sing, but anywho, I want to give y'all this update. Now, this all kicked off yesterday. I actually got an invite to go to this thing, and I'm so glad I didn't go because I've been thinking this for many seasons. The housewives is just not classy enough for me. I don't even know if they would be people that I would want to be around. But anywho, my phone was blowing up yesterday because people was like, hey, it got crazy last night, but I just could not make it to my computer fast enough. And then I already had something set that I wanted to talk about yesterday. But guess what, y'all? We gonna get into what really happened. Some of the information that's being reported is just simply not true. And it's just fluff that they are reporting. I don't know if they're trying to hype y'all up for the season, but let's get into what really happened. And let's get into how Simon is lurking in the cut, honey, because this is going to get quite messy. Now, we're going to get into this really, really quickly. But before we do, I need to let my intro play out, and then we're going to come back and jump right into this mess.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And as always, guys, I want to make sure you are liking the video, sharing the video, and making sure you are subscribed to the channel. And also, if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out when a video is uploaded or when I go live. So anybody that has followed this story with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you guys know that Kenya has desperately tried to showcase this salon for some time now. Even on the last season, she was supposed to have, I guess, some camera time with this salon, and it didn't really happen. But if you guys follow her story, you know that she was pretty upset about it. Well, it looks like she has managed to get her salon out in the world because this is just the media that she was looking for. So you guys all know what went down. If you don't, I'm going to get ready to tell you. At Kenya's launch for the 12th time. Now, I'm being funny when I say 12 times. She's had a couple, well, not even a couple. I think it's been about 3 grand openings and soft launches. Now, I am not into the retail space, and I've heard of you having a grand opening and a soft launch, but I don't know if you're supposed to have like past 4, 5, and 6. Like, it just seems like she's having too many at this point. You're either going to open the place or you are not. Now, I know personally people have went there. I've went past there and it always looked closed. Now, at one particular time, she had another location in which she said she was getting a new level put in, which didn't make sense because ultimately she left that location and now she's in another location which they say is teeny, and we're doing a soft launch again. So I don't know if this is real. I believe this is just for TV because I'm not sure why you got to continuously have a launch party over and over again. It's just not making a whole lot of sense. But you guys, I did a video yesterday and I talked about Kenya and Porsha hooking up. And I told y'all before that Kenya and Porsha, they not really friends like that. So I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure because Porsha don't have no friends on the cast. Nobody is messing with her because she doesn't want to talk about her life. She doesn't want to talk about her marriage. And most certainly, Brittany, the same girl that Kenya got into it with, is the same girl that supposedly has all these receipts on Porsha and all of these men's that she is allegedly, and I said men's because I'm trying to be funny. Okay, I know it's men, but anywho, she supposedly has all these receipts on Porsha and all these men that she's supposedly with. But yesterday it popped off, and it popped off pretty bad. Okay, guys, so let's jump into all of this crazy foolishness. So, as I stated, Kenya Moore did another launch or whatever she calls it. I would say a launch or a grand opening or something to that magnitude, if you have a new business. I was a little bit confused because Kenya has said multiple times that her salon was open, but that's a whole nother story. But anywho, Kenya's moment that she has finally gotten because she talked about not really being given this opportunity. She was able to showcase her new salon that she's leasing. This is in a totally different area. Actually, it's not that far away from me. In the heat of talking about her salon, they were saying that she was telling people at the event what had taken place between her and Brittany weeks ago. Now they say Brittany is not playing with these girls, and they said she read Kenya for filth, and Kenya couldn't take it, honey. So I'm like, I like this Brittany already because they say she's coming in hot and she's reading the girls, honey. But this is where it gets crazy. The blogs are reporting that Brittany was in attendance at Kenya's party. That is absolutely not true. Brittany was not even invited to Kenya's party because for some reason they don't like each other. But Brittany read Kenya and I don't even need to say allegedly. Kenya is trying to get back at Brittany, but she's getting back at Brittany and Brittany wasn't even there. So she somehow got these pictures of Brittany just going in on somebody's private parts, honey. And she decided that that was the opportunity for her to show everybody at her event these pictures. And I'm just like, when I was getting this information last night, I said, no, this is absolutely crazy. Because I don't know why Kenya would ruin her moment and do something so crazy like this. So I don't know if it was the desperation, let me do something wild so people won't ever forget. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that not a crime to show something like that? And anywho, this is something allegedly that happened years ago. I mean, not even decades ago. So I don't even know why it would be so interesting to Brittany's storyline and why is it even being brought up. So just imagine you going to a friend's event and instead of them keeping the light on them and talking about their business, the services that they offer, they decided to get these large pictures, hang them on the wall, and unveil them while everybody is sitting there before not before she draws attention to herself so that everybody can see what she's doing. So imagine that. Okay, guys, let's get into the most important part of this, which drove me insane. Did Brittany Eady have a pow pow? And y'all listen, how could she have a pow pow when she was not there? Yesterday, she just wasn't there. So some of these blogs, I don't know if this stuff is being reported, the hype of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but y'all do know that what they are reporting is actually a crime. A crime actually on both parts that Kenya really did that, exposed that picture. Now, that part was true, but Miss Brittany Eady was not even in attendance. Now, what it seems like is happening is both of these situations, there's two situations that happen. One in which Kenya and Brittany got into it, how you're going back and forth reading each other. And like I stated before, Brittany got the best of Kenya. Now, I'm going to say alleged because I don't know about this part. They are saying at one particular time, she may have told Kenya that I got pow pows for, chicks like you. But as far as her being there yesterday, she was not invited because her and Kenya does not like each other. Can't even talk. They don't like each other. So the fact that it's being reported that she was there and it was, these threats with a GUN pow pow, that is simply not true. That part did not happen. So, like I stated, I had already gotten this information. I just wasn't able to provide you guys the update until now because y'all, I be busy. Like, I mean, I do have a job, okay? So, yes, that part did not happen. Well, guys, here is an interesting spin on everything that took place yesterday with Kenya's soft opening. It was also stated that Porsha was disgusted. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that Kenya has been the only cast member that has been filming with Porsha because, frankly, she doesn't want to film with obviously Brittany because Brittany allegedly has all the tea on Porsha and all those men she been with. She doesn't want to film with Shamia. She doesn't want to film with certain people. But since yesterday, when Kenya did this big reveal and revealed Miss Brittany Edie doing the unthinkable thing, Porsha yelled. They said Porsha yelled and said that Kenya was basically exposing her and it's a crime. And they said that Porsha yelled it. And not only did Porsha yell it, they said Porsha stormed out because she was disgusted. And when I say disgusted, she was disgusted and was like, this is revenge P. And they said she left. Now, in the beginning of this video, I told you guys that I was going to show you and let you know how Simon fits into this entire story. Well, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. Porsha stormed out. Now, y'all know Kenya don't and ain't liking that because Kenya wants her friends to be with her 1,000%. Now, I'm not saying her and Porsha are friends, but they are definitely teaming up together. Well, Porsha storming out saying that what Kenya is doing is revenge Pete. Kenya don't like that. So, what do y'all think is going to happen? Kenya has her ace in the hole, which is most definitely Simon. Porsha wants to be Kenya's friend because she know Kenya will drag her from left to right. And I'm not saying a physical drag because, I mean, y'all know what I mean. She doesn't want Kenya to unleash that beast. But baby, let me just explain to y'all what done happened. You walked out of Kenya's place and you're shouting that she's doing revenge P and then it's supposed to be your friend, at least for the show. Kenya is definitely going to unleash on Porsha. That is the only way. Y'all also got to understand these girls is on this show trying to come back. So if y'all think that Kenya is going to ride this out and not unleash on Porsha, because y'all know Porsha is only back to be drug anyways. She has everybody thinking she's making all this top dollar. I've heard that is not true either. So back to the three ladies. So as I stated, the situation with Brittany and Kenya is definitely out of hand. For one, now they're bringing up something that Brittany said weeks ago, which could potentially be a problem. But you know how girls pop off. I don't think if she said it, Miss Brittany said it, that she meant nothing in terms of actually doing anything. But for Kenya to reveal that picture, people are saying, girl, Kenya can get herself a lawsuit locked up. I mean, listen, in Georgia, I just had to call the police on somebody that used my credit card for a tip that I didn't authorize. And they said, do you want us to arrest them? So they don't play down here. So that is a huge problem. But now we gonna see the blow up of Kenya and Porsha is going to be alone. I've already told y'all that Porsha don't have nobody on the cast. Kenya was actually her friend, well, at least friend on the show to basically film with. But now, Porsha storming out and pretty much acting like Kenya needs to be arrested. That ain't going to work. In terms of how Kenya feel about this situation. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that do y'all really think Kenya and Porsha are friends? What do you think is going to happen with this brittanyeady? She could file a police report and have Kenya arrested, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make sure you enable your bell notifications so you do not miss out on a video or when I go live.